Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Sunday, January 29th, 2023. It's 11:17 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. And, well, that's the truth. All right, so BitcoinDailyView.com got more for you there. Indicators that I mentioned, etc., things that I use and endorse, it's all there. Also, very important these days, get yourself some America's Best Emergency Food, Patriot Pantry. I use it. It's good. It's actually really nice. Anyway, with that said, let's rock. All right, looking at the longs and shorts today, kind of about an equal amount of longs and shorts getting wrecked. Not seeing a tremendous amount of volume in the market right now. Not seeing huge buys or sells. It's just kind of been a bit sideways when I look at what the whales are doing. This is a great site to do it. It's linked over at bitcoindailyreview.com, but I will share it in the live chat here in case you want to check it out. You can customize it to your own liking. You can see what you want to see, different time frames, etc. I tend to look at it to get a feel for what's going on. With Bitcoin actually moving up today, breaking above a glass ceiling that it had for a couple of days. It has wrecked some shorts. You can see about the purple columns here, but in general, really just not much happening right now. Pretty smooth market this weekend with a slight uptrend today. Looking at um, top cryptocurrency spot exchanges right now. Most were in the red earlier today, but they're quickly picking up. We're seeing volume begin to increase a bit. I like what I'm seeing. So I think Binance was in the red earlier for trading volume over the last 24 hours, but now it's green. We're seeing some alts get a little perky. We're going to look at those as we rock through this. So you can see the 7-day graph. We're beginning to pick up this weekend. We were kind of dipping. Let's see what happens. This is a logical time to be picking up on a Sunday. I think so. It could make for an interesting Monday. We'll see how it rocks. Looking at derivatives, up 10%. Last 24 hours on Binance, coming in at 36 billion. We've been hitting over 50 billion recently, but even over 25 is good these days. So for a Sunday to be up 10% at 36 billion in derivatives, that ain't bad. So I'll take it. So we definitely have the crypto church is definitely in session. We're seeing some activity. Looking here at Bitcoin, the top 100, we're coming in at 23,000 as it refreshes here. Come on, refresh. Come on, a little faster. I will come back to it. Let me refresh this right here. Blockchain Whispers, 46% long, 53% short for Bitcoin on Binance, 53% long, 46% short for Ethereum on Binance. So a bit short bias for Bitcoin on Binance, but a bit of a long bias for Ethereum on Binance. That's something you don't see very often, to be honest with you. Usually they both are kind of close, or at least a long or a short balance. So we'll check out Ethereum before we get out of here. This guy here, big live Bitcoin chart seems to not be live. Well, we'll see if it refreshes as we cruise along. I wanted to check out trading volume. I forgot to pull that up. Trading volume, it's right down here. If you're ever checking out the page here, where's trading volume? Yeah, Cryptometer has got it. Cryptometer, coming in at 10 billion. We were about half that. We were like 5 or 6 or something earlier this morning. So definitely we picked up some volume recently today. 10 billion. 10 billion is not bad. That's kind of what we were doing during the week. So 10 billion, not bad. We've definitely picked up on trading volume for Bitcoin explicitly. Even though the last 24 hours it's down 28%. So let's keep rocking. This guy wake up yet? Live charts? Nope, live charts ain't live yet. Let's try one more time. This is really good info to look at. There it is. All right, coming in at 23,600. That's Bitcoin right now. I can dig it. You can see a slight uptrend last 24 hours or so, or 12 actually. Yeah, or we're picking up. Looking at the top 100s, lots of green, not many in the red. Ones that I've noticed, Thorchain, Ruin is still in the green. Solana making a bit of an appearance, up 8%. Litecoin up about 8.9%. Decentraland, Mana up 9.2%. Dash really has been rocking recently. This weekend, it's up 14% last 24 hours. So Dash definitely showing up for work this weekend. All right, now that that's done, let's continue. All right, looking at Bitcoin. It's the 45-minute chart. As you can see, we have a bit of a glass ceiling we've been trying to get through. We did break above it. I think it looks like we're making a bit of a run. So on the 45-minute chart, we're good to go. We're above the 200 moving average. All's looking well. We got a green directional index. right here. ADX is moving up, which is the white line. We got green squeeze indicator, all as well there. A little bit of volume coming in. I like seeing that. So anyway, volume's picking up. We're above this ceiling that we had. Some people definitely have drawn this as a shape. I will try to really, really quickly here. Let's see if I can manage it. People have kind of done like this. Let's see if I actually get this right. Now I did it backwards. I'll do it like this then. There we go. People have kind of done this and call that a wedge pattern, or I'm not much of a pattern trader, so forgive me, but in general, it is breaking out. So that's definitely of note if you are into these shapes and patterns. I do definitely see some resistance we've been trying to get through, and we have recently. We're making a bit of a run. Bitcoin's good to go on the 45-minute chart, the hourly, the 45, and the 4-hour, and the daily 3-day charts. All are looking good. So we're making a move, and these indicators look good short time frame. So Bitcoin moving up today. 4-hour chart. Look at that. You can see even more pronounced. We're making a bit of a move up. You can see that wedge pattern looking good. I won't mention it again because I've already kind of gone over it a few times. But as you can see, these purple candles by Sam, you can see these steps it's been taken. Bitcoin's definitely been, last few weeks really just kind of a couple weeks, a week or two. It's been since let's say January 8th. It's been making, actually, even since about really January 3rd, really, it makes these steps. It's just stepping up. It just steps up. It ranges for a while, then it steps up. So is it going to do that again at this very moment? It kind of looks like it. We'll see if it does. And of course, right here at 24,500, that is the daily 314 moving average. So it is above the 200 by far on the daily chart, above the 200 moving average. Doing great. I like seeing that, making a move today. If it gets above, and actually now the 314 moving average is lower. So the 314 moving average, I need to adjust this. 314 moving average is at right about 24,000, let's say 24,200. So it's actually, can I edit that? 24,200. Edit. Let's make that now 24,200 or so. So I think if we can break above that and come back and test it and find support, that's going to be a big deal. I definitely kind of expect some resistance there. So if you're long, just be aware that around 24,200 now, you're probably going to find a little bit of resistance. If we can break above that, come back, test it, and keep cruising, that's going to be extremely, extremely bullish. I like what I'm seeing. Daily chart, beautiful green squeeze indicator. We are moving up, and as you can see here on the daily chart, you could see this as bearish divergence. Directional index is really, really good at seeing that, I believe. That's kind of where I tend to look. So we are seeing a slight uptrend, and then, of course, a downtrend here on the directional index. So, beware, definitely that could be a bearish signal. And we are going to hit that 314 soon. So really, it would not surprise me if we got to 24,200 and bang, got smacked down a bit. But we'll see what happens. It could break above it and not even ever test it as resistance. Let's see what happens. One thing that I'm just going to throw out there is kind of a not hopium or a cheerleader, but no one knows what's going to happen. And we will see. I think it's going to be huge if it breaks above the 314 on the daily. And if it does, comes back, test it, or it doesn't test it at all, keeps going. I think then you got to just give it up. We're probably going to see a bit of a run, or maybe it'll turn around. But anyway, myself, I'm avoiding the one thing I have noticed out there in the crypto world, maybe in the world just in general. Don't black pill. Don't just be like, we're gonna get. I can't think how many people I've heard say, man, when we go back to 8K or 10K or whatever, then we're gonna see the real gains. Well, then put your short in. A-hole, right? If you're so damn sure yourself, you don't know. You don't know. So I guess one of the things I've noticed, I do a bunch of, I started to develop, I'm just writing, developing trading bots, and I've been trading like the ATR on the like hourly chart, and I've experimented in different time frames and different settings. And I'm like, for one thing, why are really, if you really are pro, short and long the market when you need to, and then don't worry about whether it's bull or bear. It's weird. I'm seeing so many people who are like waiting. There was this, it was like with the 1800s, early 1800s, when most of the buffalo had been wiped out. There were a lot of like buffalo hunting kind of communities on the frontier that were just waiting for the buffalo to return, but there were no more. And I think sometimes waiting for a bear or a bull market, find a time frame that works, that has volatility, start trading it up, or if you want, also trade it down, long and short, either way. But don't wait for the great bull run or the great dump. I don't understand that mentality, and I think it's a mistake people get stuck in. Find a time frame that works for you and trade it. Just unsolicited advice, um, don't wait for life to happen. Like, really, don't be out there waiting for the buffalo to come home one day, because they're not. People sat there and drank themselves to death while they waited for the buffalo to come back. Anyway, KAVA versus USDT. Bitcoin's looking pretty good. I wanted to throw out some alts, just because I like what I'm seeing here. These all are pretty healthy in my opinion. So ever since about like January 1st, January 2nd, KAVA versus USDT has been running up. It's been given a little bit back. It's been kind of going sideways in great part because Bitcoin has. It's actually just recently on this 45-minute chart, short time frame, I know, but it challenged, got above the 200 and 314. If it can stay there and find support, it is, and continue moving up. It's at the bottom of this channel. Logical place for it to bounce. Indicators look good. Watch for some volume to come in. Watch for it to move. It definitely has a lot that it could run. And if you think about it, if this guy were to, if I was to throw in a long position here, if I wanted to do that right now and I wanted to put that in, I'd put a stop right below this channel and at least halfway up here to the mid-range. So if you start thinking about it, if you were to put a buy in and put it, not financial advice, of course, just thinking out loud, thought I'd share some alts, but right below the 200 moving average, a few percent. So I'd probably put in like my stop. You can look at it on the chart where it's at for you, whatever time frame you want to be, trading. But basically, me looking at the 45-minute here, maybe look at the hourly. Hourly is challenging. So if I go to the bottom of this channel here, I just basically put my stop in. Going back to the beginning of January, I'd start my uptrend, look at it. I'd put a stop right below that uptrend. And if you think about it, you could easily get, if you get halfway back up, that's 13%. So for me, I might do this trade if it continues up. The squeeze indicator is beginning to turn towards the green. I like that. Directional X is in the right place. ADX is about to hit what? Oh, it's above 20. That's pretty powerful. Not a whole lot of volume coming in right now, but it's starting to turn up. So let's see what happens. This guy moves up. I could put a trailing take profit in at 10%, minus like 3% or something like that. Give it a little bit of room. This thing might even run up as far as 25% before it turns around. So there you go. Possible alt trade. It looks good. I like what I'm seeing on the 4-hour chart. I do believe it's strong on the 4-hour chart too. Yeah, 4-hour chart looks good. We're above the 200 moving average and the 314. All as well. That channel looks beautiful. You can really see it on the 4-hour chart. Indicators right here. Note that we are still in the squeeze indicator. These are white. The white line there is showing a squeeze. I might wait till it comes out of that in the 4-hour. The ADX is still a little bit low. That's the white line. Directional X is happening. We're seeing some volume come in. So just watch. Whatever time frame you like to play, this channel looks pretty good to me. I'm watching it. This definitely might be one that I get into today, or I might just watch it, and unless it starts to blast off, I may like check it out on Monday. I might put like an alert if it goes up 1% or 2%, and then come back and look at it. But on my favorite time frame, the 45, I'm sorry, the hourly and the 45, actually, this guy is really starting to look good. So anyway, possibility KAVA versus Tether. I'm looking at it on KuCoin. All the coins I'm going to look at are on KuCoin because I believe if it's on KuCoin, it's probably on an exchange that you can play. Okay, looking at Pond versus USDT. This is a 45-minute chart. It's heading down right now, but this uptrend has been going on ever since about 20th of Jan. It's moving up. I like what I'm seeing. It's about the 200 moving average. It looks good. Directional X is looking good. ADX is in the right spot. So, directional X is in the right spot. A little bit of volume coming in right now. It's going to come and visit the bottom of this channel. But once again, if I was to throw this out here, I would say, put a trade in, stop out at the bottom. If it breaks this channel even halfway up, that's 7% or 8%. All the way to the top is about 15. So, I mean, if I came in here and put a trailing take profit or a take profit at like 6%, good possibility. I like what I'm seeing there. How's it looking on the 4-hour chart? Let's make sure. 4-hour chart, you healthy? Yeah. I like to trade them when they're above the 200 and the 314 on the 4-hour chart also. And you can see on the 4-hour chart, especially this beautiful uptrend is nice. And we're seeing some volume come in recently. So I like that. APE. APE's been on a nice uptrend ever since about January 19th, you can see. Very, very playable, very, very predictable. This channel is pretty darn sticky. I like what I'm seeing here. Let me move this up a little bit here. That looks good. Yeah, right about there. That's good. Okay, so it's moving up. It's not in a squeeze right now. It's moving up. Green directional index. I'm sorry, yeah, green directional index right here. ADX trending up. Squeeze indicator looking good. Some volume coming in. Let's look at the hourly. Hourly nice and smooth. It's moving up. It's not quite. There's no green on the squeeze indicator yet. I might give this one a little bit more time. I'm not sure which way it's going to quite go yet. So let's look at the 4-hour chart. I like to get them right when they hit the bottom and bounce. But APE definitely can see this nice uptrend that it's been in. It's been in an uptrend even longer than that, really, when it comes down to it. But it's looking good. 4-hour chart shows it's kind of chilling out a little bit. Be careful with this one. I'm just going to watch it right now because this, we are seeing ultimately a bit of a downtrend here in the squeeze, and we're seeing a bit of a downtrend here in the directional index, you could say, and volume also is kind of trending down a little bit. So be careful on this one. It may still need to visit the bottom of its channel, but this is definitely one to watch. I like it in general. I'm kind of, maybe Monday morning, this might be one to look at. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think all the Madrid ribbons have turned. Yeah, they are. All the Madrid ribbons are green, all the EMAs that are there. So just watch this one. It may continue. It's looking possible. Just this is my kind of last pick here. APE definitely could run. And if it ran, I would, like I say, I'd put let's play this one at your own risk. It might be beginning to move up. Let's just say I'm kind of getting mixed signals on this one, but I just wanted to throw it out there because yeah, you look at candles by Sam here on the hourly, starting to see purple candles, which are 3 consecutive or more candles on the way up. Now we're seeing a stack of those again. Those tend to be kind of bullish if you ask me. So on the hourly, I might wait till I see some green on the squeeze and ADX get above 20, preferably around 22, 23, or even 25, and watch if we get some volume coming in here on the hourly chart. Let's watch this one. Bit of a scary play right now. Let's give it time. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned this one, but like I say, it's probably going to continue moving up, but be watchful. I think that KAVA and Pond are really good deals right now. Not financial advice, not trading advice, just saying I think that they're looking pretty good because I like to get them when they're right at the bottom of the channel. This one's begun to move up. We'll have the energons to keep moving up. Look at it in whatever your trading methodology is, and see what you think. I do just right now notice if you were to actually grab this guy here, let's take out the wicks here. Angle this thing a little bit, take out the wicks. Yeah, if you do like that, you might almost see it as a little bit closer to the, still not quite at the bottom of the channel. Watch this one. Look at it by your trading methodology and see what you think. I think this one very well might just cruise back to the top of this channel, especially looking at the hourly chart. Maybe seeing some like bearish diversions on the 4-hour chart, possibly. Definitely see it cooling down there a little bit. But look at that. Is it going to run or is it going to just sit there? You know what I mean? Play at your own risk. Look at it how you trade and see if it fits into your methodology. I think it might be a play, but it might already be running. It may have made its bounce and it's moving up. Let's see. Anyway, with that said, Sam Bankman-Fried starts a Substack, and someone mentioned this over at Blockchain Education. They shared this, and he was offering like subscriptions to his Substack, for a fee. And you just see, that is exactly what an absolute narcissistic psychopath does. I mean, really, nobody wants to hear what comes out of your hole, and they're certainly not going to pay for it. Oh my gosh, dude, this is like one day he'll grow up to be just like Klaus Schwab, allegedly. Anyway, here's your feel good of the day. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. I finally got this to work here. We all need some feel good. So this guy was dropping off packages. This old lady comes out He's like, oh, here, let me get these for you, and she trusts him, he helps her out, then he comes back a little while later with a shovel, and he shovels her steps there, a little deck, goes out there, shovels it, and even gets some sand or some salt here, and then she comes out and she's like, oh my goodness, thank you, and gives him a little cinnamon muffin. So there you go. Every day, I believe somewhere there's some act that God puts all of humanity on trial, and we either win or we fail. And this day we won. So I hope that keep in mind that maybe that next, trial is your act of kindness. So keep that in mind, And, so remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, it is the most optimistic act you possibly can do for humanity. I do believe that. And I think that it punches a nasty globalist right in the nuts, and it screws their plans up. And their plans are they're definitely happening these days. So we need all the kind acts and all the Satoshis we possibly can get stacked. So keep after it. And I will see you again Monday.